Things do not happen. Things are made to happen.
When power leads man toward arrogance, poetry reminds him of his limitations. When power narrows the area of man's concern, poetry reminds him of the richness and diversity of existence. When power corrupts, poetry cleanses.
If we cannot end now our differences, at least, we can help make the world safe for diversity.
If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich.
The one unchangeable certainty is that nothing is unchangeable or certain.
The unity of freedom has never relied on uniformity of opinion.
Life is never easy. There is work to be done and obligations to be met, obligations to truth, to justice, and to liberty.
Let us think of education as the means of developing our greatest abilities, because in each of us, there is a private hope or dream which, fulfilled, can be translated into benefit for everyone, and greater strength for our nation.
If not us, who? If not now, when?
We have the power to make this the best generation of mankind in the history of the world, or make it the last.
Change is the law of life. And those who look only to the past or present, are certain to miss the future.
The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining.
World peace, like community peace, does not require that each man love his neighbor. It requires only that they live together with mutual tolerance, submitting their disputes to a just and peaceful settlement.
The ignorance of one voter in a democracy impairs the security of all.
I look forward to an America which will not be afraid of grace and beauty.
There are risks and costs to action, but they are far less than the long-range risks of comfortable inaction.
Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
Physical fitness is not only one of the most important keys to a healthy body, it is the basis of dynamic and creative intellectual activity.
A child miseducated is a child lost.
We must use time as a tool, not as a couch.
Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction.
Do not pray for easy lives, pray to be stronger men.
Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Man is still the most extraordinary computer of all.
It is time for a new generation of leadership, to cope with new problems and new opportunities. For there is a new world to be won.
Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate.
Mankind must put an end to war before war puts an end to mankind.
Peace is a daily, a weekly, a monthly process, gradually changing opinions, slowly eroding old barriers, quietly building new structures. And however undramatic the pursuit of peace, that pursuit must go on.
We must find time to stop, and thank the people who make a difference in our lives.
Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive.
Our problems are man-made, therefore, they may be solved by man. No problem of human destiny is beyond human beings.
Liberty without learning is always in peril, and learning without liberty is always in vain.
This country cannot afford to be materially rich and spiritually poor.
The greater our knowledge increases, the more our ignorance unfolds.
A man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on.
We are not afraid to entrust the American people with unpleasant facts, foreign ideas, alien philosophies, and competitive values. For a nation that is afraid to let its people judge the truth and falsehood in an open market is a nation that is afraid of its people.
Leadership and learning are indispensable to one another.
The cost of freedom is always high, but Americans have always paid it. And one path we shall never choose, and that is the path of surrender, or submission.
The rights of every man are diminished, when the rights of one man are threatened.
Children are the world's most valuable resource, and its best hope for the future.
Mothers all want their sons to grow up to be president, but they don't want them to become politicians in the process.
I would rather be accused of breaking precedents than breaking promises.
As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest form of appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade, and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Those who make peaceful revolution impossible, will make violent revolution inevitable.
Conformity is the jailer of freedom, and the enemy of growth.
Forgive your enemies, but never forget their names.
Too often we enjoy the comfort of opinion, without the discomfort of thought.
Our progress as a nation can be no swifter than our progress in education.
The Chinese use 2 brush strokes to write the word crisis. One brush stroke stands for danger, the other for opportunity. In a crisis, be aware of the danger, but recognize the opportunity.
The goal of education is the advancement of knowledge and the dissemination of truth.
Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try.
Those who dare to fail miserably can achieve greatly.
Let us not seek the Republican answer or the Democratic answer, but the right answer. Let us not seek to fix the blame for the past. Let us accept our own responsibility for the future.